Welcome back to episode 28 of FTB Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. And just just reintroducing things I spoke about in the last episode. I need no more marble left. I did need to amend this slightly. This Drum of the Wild, I thought it just needed a redstone signal. It doesn't. It actually needs a mana pulse, which is what we can get from a redstone mana spreader. And that's just a regular mana spreader like we've got over there with a piece of redstone, and that's it. That's the recipe. You then put a mana pool behind it with some mana in it. I can use that mana tablet to transfer it from the other pool, and if you don't know how to do that one, that's quite simple. Where's my bag gone? There you are. Yeah, you can just shift right click on these to change the mode from going to a mana tablet as taking from a mana tablet. So that's what you want to set this one to. And once this reaches the bottom, it will then flip, send a redstone signal, which will send a mana pulse, which will break these. This does actually work. This will then replant the seeds. This will claim the ender pearls. The only problem I've got with this setup is, well, maybe this. This is got a maximum amount, which is 64, I think, of soul sand in it. And that means 64 minutes. Unfortunately, however, I'm not sure these will grow in 64 minutes. It's a bit annoying. They're not really that predictable. So, yeah, if there is something in the pack that will increase ticks, that will work. But anything that just increases growth, like bone meal or lamp of growth or something like that, won't actually help these. In fact, they'll make it worse. They'll go backwards for bone meal, certainly. So, backwards in growth, that is. So anything with time ticking would be useful. I did take a quick look, but no lily pad of fertility, which is Xena's reliquary, I think. So none of that. I'm open to suggestions. What do you guys think? Any way to increase time ticks in this pack? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll just keep my eye on it. And I've just put the others down here, just so I keep them away from being broken. And in fact, these are growing faster than the other ones, so that isn't actually... It's just due to the nature of how random these things are. There's almost like a set of windows in which they can grow, and if they do grow within those windows, you get the growth happening, and there's like 7 or 8 growth stages and all kinds of other strange stuff. The main thing is I just need to speed up the ticks around those. So, see what you think. Let me know if you're going to do that. I did actually want to go and do a bit more machinery this episode, in this machine hall as it will be, but I need to replace this before I can move the wall back. So the first stage in doing that is going to be putting down, I think, the immersive engineering side of things, the crusher. Yep, so this is the crusher. It will show you, yeah, that's the full thing. You've got to build it by building up layers after layer like this. Don't worry about it. It looks complicated. It's not all that bad. So we're going to need 11 light engineering blocks. They're relatively straightforward recipes. Wrong screen. Recipes. Everything we've seen before, copper and iron and crushed obsidian. These are just more copper and iron. So there's nothing, nothing challenging in there. Steel scaffolding is just some steel a lot across the top of a crafting grid with a three pieces of steel fence, which oh, there we go. Yeah. Not too difficult again. So we're going to want 11 light engineering blocks, 10 steel scaffolding, 8 steel fence, and some hoppers. So let's just get rid of that for a second and put these in my inventory. Okay, so which way we're going to build it? I think I'm going to build it facing this way. It's going to be 3 wide and 5 long. So for the moment, I'm going to put it here, let's say. So if we have the back wall, so it's here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to start here. Put down 3 of these, and then I think it's something like this. And then 2 here. This is going to be the output of the system, if I remember rightly. We'll see soon enough. And then we're going to want to, once we put another layer of those in, we're going to put a ring of fences. In the middle, another light engineering block. And on this side, 2 light engineering blocks. I think this is the control panel and the power input, something like that. But we'll see once everything transforms. Where's the rest? Oh, hoppers. So on top of these fences now, we're going to fill in hoppers. Like that, and it's done. You do, however, need an engineer's hammer. So that's 2 sticks, 2 pieces of iron, a piece of string. Nothing too troubling there. And if we right-click this middle block, it turns into the crusher. So what do we do with it? Well, first of all, I'm going to want a chest for that. I think that's the power hookup. I'm assuming it is. And this looks like the redstone area for turning the thing on. So let's give this a go, shall we? Let's just get some wire stuff that we need. Just give me 10 of those. I'm not going to need that many. I may need to make more of those, I think, but we'll see. Also, I want a lever and a chest while we're at it. Grab some of this stuff. My lever, and just waiting for the chest, which I can come back to while I figure out the power side of things. So for the moment, I'm just going to grab the power from behind here. Oops. If I can actually get through this. In here. Yeah, so I could probably just... Whoops. That's not somewhere I want to go just yet. There's tunnels above there. Let's, for the moment, just... Well, hopefully we can get line of sight here. It's all based on line of sight, so let's give this a go. That does not look right. Well, we'll soon figure it out. Let's put the lever on. Obviously, I won't do anything yet. Let's just try and hook this up and let's see what happens. 1, 2. Oh, connection obstructed. Okay, so let's just extend this out a little bit more then. That shouldn't be obstructed now. It's above. So 1, 2. Have to hit this just right. There we go. 3, 4. Okay. So do you have power? No. Have I connected to the right part? That could be it there instead. Let's give this a go instead then. That looks more like it. Doesn't say much about this in the book, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd just read the book. Shouldn't stand on the top of the thing while this is happening, but does that work? No. One of the, unless that's not the control panel. What does the actual book say? Crusher. Yes. Applying resonance signal to the control panel at the front. And the front is the side which has the lightning engineering block at the bottom, which is the one side on my side. So this should be, that should be the actual control panel. And one of these is going to have to be the, the way I connect power to it. I'm going to try a few things. I'll come back. And there we go. It was on the top of this side. So if you just have a look on this, just block that away for a second. Attach your pointer there, click, and then click. And everything should fill up with RF, which it has. Note that this lever is down. That makes it safe. Without that, if you step on the thing, you're going to have a bad time. It works very much in a physical basis, so anything still on the top is going to get ground. So if I turn this on, anything in there, not good. I put some cobble in there just to test, and it's working through it just fine. So I've put some more in. Get the idea. Very similar to the blast furnace evil thing from Thorncraft that I can remember the name of. So yeah, that's going to produce that just fine. And more importantly, that is that's one output. The one I actually wanted to use it for was this. So if I put redstone ore into this, which is coming from my Silk Touch quarry, well, advanced miner, let's just throw it all in there, shall we? And turn the thing on. Let's see what we get out of this thing. It may have a queue in there Unfortunately, I don't see any way of getting a GUI up. Clicking on it doesn't seem to actually do anything, so it's very much a physical block. So I'm going to have to wait until the... Oh, here it is. There we go. Getting redstone out of it. Now, why am I not getting the other thing I want out of it? Maybe it's just a chance-based still, even with redstone ore. Redstone ore. Pulverizer, I get 25% chance of cinnabar. And sagmill, no. The crusher, 25% chance. Still the same thing. So that's fine. I could have used a pulverizer, but I kind of want this to be a big machine room anyway, so that's the first stage in getting rid of that step. Of course, I do need to pipe the stuff into it somehow, so the way we can typically do that with immersive engineering is by conveyor belts. That's still chewing through that. Yeah, we're getting plenty of cinnabar, which makes so much more sense, and I'm just going to turn that off temporarily. You don't need to hear that. The cinnabar will let us get lots of shiny metal, which is the other half of the puzzle to the ender pearls. The ender pearls will let us automate Enderium. That one's not doing too bad. But this will let us get the cinnabar that we need. So that's kind of a first step. And this is, again, an output terminal, so we could easily hook that up to our existing system just to grab the stuff out of it whenever we wanted, which is probably what I'll do. Second step I've not looked at yet, and that's probably something I should take a look at. I don't particularly want to use... I think the arc furnace is... yeah. It's a bit more complicated. Yeah, but it lets us smelt stuff, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that yet. I think those are heavy engineering blocks. Cauldron, steel slabs, blocks of steel. I don't have enough steel for that yet. I just definitely do not have enough steel for that. I did replace the railcraft steel system, this, just with the immersive engineering. There is other ways to do it through IC2 and all kinds of other things. You know, I'm getting regular stuff out of this, but I should probably put a few stacks in, or a few stacks queued up to get this going. So let me just make sure I've got a full stack in there at least while we're actually doing the rest of the episode. And come on, give that to me. Just dump the steel back in. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's going to cook up just fine. I have automated just dumping this into a liquid trash can. You may not have seen those because they're a relatively recent addition to extra utilities. But just like regular trash can with a bucket, you can craft the two together and just output all the creosote into it. I don't need the creosote at all at the moment. I do have a bucket full of, like 128 buckets full of it. If I do actually need it, I could obviously cancel this and just cook some more stuff down. So no big deal there. Okay, that's that. And I've got these blast furnace. I could set that up alongside. This happens to be only 3 by 3, by the way, and there's no hollow in the middle. It's just 3 by 3 cube instead of a 4 by 3, which is what you need for the blast furnace with 2 hollows in the middle. It's just a lot easier to do this. It's almost identical to this recipe. That's still a Railcraft one. There is an immersive engineering one. I haven't bothered converting that one across yet. Okay, right. So more stuff with immersive engineering, maybe. We should probably hook up. Let me just see. I may need to actually set up a cattle farm of some kind, because to keep in with the immersive engineering style of doing things, we have conveyor belts. And they need lots. Well, not too much leather. How much leather do I have? 6. Right. Okay, so if I use that up, let's at least get some of these up and running. I'll see if I can actually get this get this working. Some redstone. What was the other thing? The dropping conveyor belt would be kind of cool, I think, and that only requires one of them and a hopper, so that sounds quite good. Some iron ingots. And I'm going to need a hopper, so let's get another chest. Not 20 of them, just one would be fine. So if we get something like this, and where's my iron? Bring me my iron. No? Iron? Ah, hate this system sometimes. So the conveyor belts are, if you've played Factorio or something along those lines, you'll get the idea. What we can do with this, although I may have to bridge up to it, is I'm going to need another chest. I'm definitely going to need another chest. Let's just see if I can just grab this one temporarily. Oh, in fact, no, I don't. I can just go from that chest up there. But anyway, if I was to get our system to dump into a chest like this, it's in the wrong place, but yeah, you get the idea. Dump into a chest. We can then output from the chest using all kinds of item ducts we've already seen. However, Immersive Engineering has its own way of doing things. It has conveyors, like this. So if you're on this, it will push you off, or push you that way. Just like lots of mob spawning systems use this kind of thing. But these are a bit more advanced than that, and I think I may be still not far enough back. What I need to do is basically set up a staircase to the top with conveyors on it. Assuming I can actually get them to... Oh, wow. Do I have to hit them with the engineer's hammer, maybe? That's usually... I need them to ramp upwards. Why won't you ramp upwards? Ah, okay. They just need to connect that way. That's fine, except that's going the wrong way, but we'll sort that one out. Let's go to you. Yeah, okay, so if they're going to auto-connect, then that's fine. So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. And will it need another block in front of it? That's what I'm just wondering. And if I go up there without getting protected, I'm going to get thrown into the top. So, yeah, so that might work. Let's give this a try. Let's just throw a couple of cobblestone into here. Does this need a flat section, maybe? Yeah, made a flat section. Let me go away and try a few different things, and we'll come out with something that's working. And here we go. I was assuming that this was going to just pull out of the chest, but because it didn't, I put a hopper in place, which then inserted just fine onto the conveyor belt. Anything like that will do that job should be fine. This then goes up onto one. We make sure that the flat section is going to pull that way, because these two don't really curve into any kind of other kind of block, if you like. So just make sure you've got that kind of pattern. And then as you get to the top, I've put a dropping conveyor belt. I don't necessarily... let's actually test that. I wonder if you can actually just get away with using a regular one. Because maybe if it comes off the end of the... if it comes off the end of the conveyor belt like that, we shouldn't need one. But let's just give this a try. I just want to be sure. There we go. And let's just put one piece of cobble in there. Oh, take off your ring of magnetization when you're trying to do this. There it goes, up and in. So you don't need the actual dropper. Technically, these basically will drop stuff, anything doing into an inventory below. So if I were to put this, like say there, or even, yeah, if I were even to have it. I'm not going to break that. But let's say if I wanted the chest over here, I could have a couple of conveyors with a dropping conveyor, and then just drop that into the inventory beneath, which is the chest. Not sure if it even inserts. Give that a try as well, I suppose. I just need to get rid of this first. Let's get rid of all of you. Ah. Don't get stuck on the conveyor belts yourself. That would be a bad idea. just get rid of this chest. And put the concrete back. Only downside to this concrete, which makes you run really fast, is this whole deal with it being instantly breakable. You can even go slightly wrong with your pick, and it just decimates. Yeah, let's just see if it actually will insert first of all. And let's put a piece of cobble in here. Will you insert? Yeah, it looks like you will. So, I'm not quite sure what the details are for that just yet, why we need that. Maybe it's to do with the next machine in the chain that we're going to probably do in the next episode once I build up enough steel. That was the word. So yeah, so we've got the first stage going. I know it's a lot bigger than that setup, obviously, but it kind of is cool. I mean, you know, you've got lots of realism going on there. And you don't necessarily need these blocks underneath once you've got everything running. I know, less realistic, I know. Yeah, if you can make this more compactly, let me know. Yeah, if that can go directly onto one of these, we can move this hole across a little bit, but not too much more, just because of the height of this machine, or just put the box, you know, up top somewhere. That's possible, yeah. But then we just have to have these pipes going up into the bottom of the box or something. Yeah, what do you think? Got any ideas? How to make it look better? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Anyway, short episode today. I just needed to get that out of the way. So this is the end of this episode. Feel free to give me ideas on the ender pearls and on the immersive engineering side of things, and I will go and maybe move that redstone furnace right there down here temporarily, and then I'll push this wall back, and we'll come back in the next episode to do that. Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been a short episode, I know that, but check it out of the way. Well, if you like this episode, feel free to thumb up. Feel free to give it a thumbs up. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. Leave comments if you like the shorter episode format. I'll try and keep it to just a couple of things per episode. And again, skip a lot of the, like I did in this episode, skip a lot of the making of all those light engineering blocks. You can probably figure that out yourself at this point. Otherwise, no, I'm pretty happy. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, @Gradister, or subscribe if you want to see more of these videos, that kind of thing, and we'll go from there. I'm just passing 900 subscribers, by the way, which is great. Obviously, I am a pretty small channel at the moment, so thanks very much for really following along as I've been doing stuff. Later on, perhaps as we hit 1,000, I may do a giveaway. Not anything to do with subscribers only or anything so cheesy like that. Just anyone commenting on that video or something whenever I get to 1,000. And yeah, you know, we'll do a giveaway and see if you can give away something pretty nice for people. Probably a free game from Steam or something. Maybe Fallout 4 if you guys want Fallout 4 or something like that. We'll see anyway. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.